Hey! We're back. We're back standing in front of Master Czar, and we are ready to continue. We're actually on the third trial, so let's go ahead. We're gonna run out of here. Bye! We do have our lightsaber. Oh, that's so great. Okay, so, our Jedi trials, you must cleanse a meditation grove to the southeast of the dark taint that has been infesting it. The exact nature of the cause of the taint has not been made clear. So, we're going to look at our map up here. I believe you go out this way. What's this droid?
The council has decreed you may come and go as you please.
Well, duh. I'm a Jedi! Man, looking at these graphics now, I'm like, ew. But man, when I was 10, 12 years old, these graphics were amazing. Like, I thought this was like an amazingly beautiful game. And now I look at it and I'm like, we got stingrays flying up in the air. We got some interestingly shaped land masses. Why is Karth always bothered? Fine, we'll speak to him.
Yes, what's on your mind? I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Fine. I actually don't care anymore, Karth.
Not particularly. I guess it wouldn't hurt exactly either, though I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of
I'm
all
not.
the
You
betrayers,
just
the one that stands out above all of them
are
is the one
annoying
I
me.
respected the most. Saul.
When I think of all the men who have betrayed us, the one that stands out above them all is the one I respected the most, Saul.
You don't? I thought everyone did. But Admiral Saul Karath is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first began. He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again.
You didn't think he would betray the Republic?
Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. Even when things looked to be at their worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened. I mean, I could have stopped him. I could have stopped it all.
So you blame yourself for trusting your friend. That's exactly... Let's cut down to the chase, Karth. You blame yourself.
I blame Saul, not myself. I was stupid and I ignored the danger. He nearly destroyed us all. No, I fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret it.
So that's all of it then.
No, it's not. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
Yeah, let's not talk about it in front of these ladies. They're eavesdropping, so let's leave.
Are you a Jedi? How long can you people continue to sit by and claim you protect us? Protectors? Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer.
What are you talking about, bruh?
Those Mandalorian brutes have killed my daughter. They came to our land demanding our livelihood. But Ilsa, my Ilsa, said no.
They killed her?
There was nothing I could do. Too many of the Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get revenge for my daughter.
Maybe you can make it worth my while. Your problems are not my concern. I will protect... You know what? What would Denzel do? WWDD. What would Denzel do? He would protect this guy and his daughter.
Give you all I have. Just please annihilate them from the face of this planet.
You know what? Annihilation is my middle name. Prepare to be annihilated. So look at that thing. It looks like a lion. And it sounds like a dog. And it's got like a little horn. Like a rhinoceros. With deformed rhinoceros. Attack!
How'd you like that?
I like it.
You asked for this.
See, I haven't gotten hurt yet.
Down you go.
They got tired of trying to attack me because they couldn't. My dexterity and my fighting was on point. Do I want to go this way? Let's go this way. I think it's this way. Maybe. Matali Grounds. Man, this takes me back. This music. What's this? A grove? I think that's where I'm supposed to go, right? Probably go out that way. I'll kill these Cathhounds first. Oh, they hit me.
How'd you like that?
Dang, I'm a lot stronger now, though. Now that I've got, like, this,
How'd you like that?
Hey, will you guys do something? Alright, we'll use a cure. Heal up our team. Attack him. What are you doing?
Time to rumble.
Now it sounds like a pig. It's like a pig. Pig dog? We'll do a cure again. Okay. Only save. Just in case, you never know what you might come across. It's like a box of chocolates. Truta. Who are you? I was sent by the Jedi Council to investigate a killing that took place here a few hours ago. Communication does not pose a problem, as both the suspects and I speak basic and Huttese. I was going to handle this case myself, but now that you are here, this could be an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate how well you have been learning your lessons at the Academy. Though you are not yet a full Jedi, perhaps you could assist me in sorting out the truth from the lies. Sorry, you do not have time for this. We are often called on to make judgments such as this. I think explaining this case could be an important part of your training, though I will not force you to participate. Fine, I'll help. Listen to the stories given by the two suspects. I have brought an information retrieval droid with access to the archives both of the Jedi Enclave and the planetary capital. I will use my wisdom and experience to offer you some guidance, but I will not solve the case for you. There is little benefit if you do not solve this problem yourself. Consider each man's account and check the facts with the information droid. Once you have gathered all the evidence you think you need, run through the possible scenario with me. If you are unable to come to a satisfactory resolution, then I will take these men to the Enclave and deal with this myself. Wait, we have to do it right now? Ugh. Dang it. Before the clouds broke. Out here in the field together earlier, before the clouds broke, I find that very odd, for most people would seek shelter indoors when the skies fill with dark storm clouds, as it was earlier today, but that is not the most puzzling aspect of the case. The dead man, Calder Netic, was shot in the back with a blast rifle. A rifle was found lying near his body with bloodstains on it. It had been sent back to the Enclave for analysis. 2 other men were found at the scene when I arrived. One was hand in gold, he was unarmed. The other was Ricard Lusoff, who was carrying a hunting laser. Both men say they did not do anything and that they came across the body, but both also accused the other. Obviously, there is more to this than what we have been told. Is there anything else I should know? There's one last thing. When I arrived, Handon was holding his side and Ricard was favoring one of his legs. You would do well to remember this as we progress through the case. Is there anything else you need? I'll remain here while you question the witnesses. So this is the droid.
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help him with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here in Dantooine. If you had any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Netic, Ricard Lusoff, and Handon Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require?
Let's see, what did you find out about the body?
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Irias are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Alright, so we know we got shot in the torso. That's about all we know. So we're going to start asking... we'll ask Handon.
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
No.
Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Ricard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there. And all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. And I saw Ricard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river. And I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Ricard so I can get on with my day.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Ricard Lusoff. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here. Well, I was out hunting Irias when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Interesting, you guys. Let me heal up. Make sure we're all healthy.
Cool.
I want to discuss the murder. Find the truth behind each piece of the puzzle, we will no doubt resolve the case. Handon said that he was nearby and heard a shot and ran over, only to find Calder already dead. He said Ricard came out of the shadow of the rocks holding a blaster in his hands. Ricard said that he was hunting Irias, saw one through the glare of the sun and shot at it. It is possible that Ricard may have shot Calder accidentally, and Handon may have found the body, but that seems a very unlikely explanation. It is more likely that at least one of them is lying. Obviously, one of these men is not telling us something, but where does the truth lie? Handon is lying. Fat people always lie. He didn't mention the weapon found by the body. But he didn't deny it was there either. It simply had no bearing on the question as asked. If you are unable to deduce the facts of this case, I will have to take these men to the Enclave and deal with this myself. I know who is lying now. Ricard is lying. There are no areas for him. It was cloudy. There was no sun glare. It's very cloudy this morning. If it had happened, as Ricard said, the sun would not have been visible at the time of the killing. You seem to have caught Ricard in a bit of a lie. It seems I was correct in assuming you could help me with this case. This lie doesn't prove Ricard is guilty, but I think you have taken the first step in unraveling this mystery. We should proceed. Find a motive for the killing. Maybe you could talk to the men about their relationship with the victim. Okay.
So, what do you want to know?
We know you're lying. Let's see. Did you know the victim?
Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. So, what do you want to know?
Why were you out here?
I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Irias. Haven't seen many in the area recently. What with those cat hounds? Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one. Like I said before. I shot and pow! It went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Irias was gone. Now I don't have nothing to do with this, so...
Why would someone want to kill him?
You Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy.
You're about to get sliced.
So,
you want to get sliced? Baluk said you were limping. Are you hurt?
Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious.
Okay, that's all right for now. All right.
How can I be of further assistance?
Did you know the victim?
I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much.
It's a huge
I didn't
stingray.
really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
No one says you killed him yet.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? How can I be of further assistance?
You're holding your side. Are you injured?
Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. How can I be... I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot.
Do you run often?
Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say.
Okay.
Of course.
Is there any other information you need?
Let's see, what can you tell me about Calder and Handon?
The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past 7 weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need?
Oof. It's a big old oof.
According to the municipal authorities near the Garrow spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
The plot thickens, everyone. It thickens.
How can I be of further assistance?
You knew Calder better than you admit. You rented a speeder with him.
But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
Punch his face in? Why?
My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room.
Awkward.
But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be a further...
You wanted to kill Calder for having an affair with your wife.
Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him.
Just accuse him. Maybe see if he gets defensive.
I hope you don't find that incriminating. You know, normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Neddick, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife, right under my nose, no less. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to...
Okay.
Of course, of course.
Alright, we are getting somewhere, actually.
So, what do you want to know?
You thought Calder was cheating you.
Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20
See this lightsaber?
years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are.
You can deny it, but there was bad blood between you.
Right.
Right. I want to discuss the murder. We know Rickard lied about the sun blinding him while he was shooting, but we need more to go on. Let's examine the relationship of each man with the victim. Handon told me he barely knew the victim. On the other hand, Ricard and the victim were business partners. However, according to Ricard, they got along quite well on the surface. Neither man seems to have a motive for killing Calder. Let's see. Handon is lying. He knew his wife was cheating on him. Well, that certainly is a motive for murder. The case is taking shape. However, he mustn't jump to any quick conclusions. Perhaps we should now focus on the murder weapon itself. You might want to see what information the witnesses and information droid can provide you about the blaster found near the body. Well, fine.
Is there any...
Tell me about the weapon found at the scene.
We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information?
Well, that's not very helpful.
Very well. I will be here.
How can I be of further...
What do you know about the weapon found by the body?
That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything...
So what if Handon... What if Handon shot Calder with his weapon, and then Handon got shot by Ricard? That could be interesting.
So, what do you want to know?
What about the weapon found by the body?
That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. Right.
Okay. Discuss the murder. The blaster is Handon's, but he reported it stolen. The blaster didn't belong to the victim. I'm afraid that's not very helpful. The blaster is Handon's. Wait. Maybe I check and see if like there's any actual reports. Is there a report of Hannon's blaster being stolen?
I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need?
Caught him in a lie.
Very well.
How can I be of further assistance?
Let's see. Actually, so he lied about filing a report. He lied about it being stolen. Interesting, but I think we may need one final piece of the puzzle. There was a blood sample on the weapon that had been sent back for analysis just before you arrived. Perhaps you could inquire with the information droid about it. If there's anything, let me know.
Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about the blood sample.
I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need?
Fine.
Very well. I will be here.
Can I examine the body myself? He was apparently shot from behind with a blaster.
How can I be of further... Of course.
So,
no new...
right.
So the blood must belong to one of the suspects, but which one? It's Handon's blood. I don't trust him. He is clutching his side. Handon has been moving oddly since I arrived. Perhaps we should examine him a little more closely.
Hey, what are you doing?
Examining! There's blood. Handon appears to have suffered some sort of blaster wound to his side. It would seem there is one logical scenario. Handon killed Calder for having an affair with his wife. Ricard was out hunting and accidentally shot Handon after he killed Calder.
I can leave now, then?
I could let you go for 100 credits. I'm always out here trying to make a quick buck. You can go now.
What? No!
Do you not feel justice has been done here? Do you not feel you should be taken to the Enclave for sentencing?
No. If I'm going, I'm not going alone. You don't know what you've done.
What do you mean?
I came out here, I admit, to kill Calder. But so did Rickard. He must have thought it was Calder when he shot and hit me. So I'm going to prison, but I shouldn't be going alone. Did you idiots have to let the slime ball go?
You know what? The information droid didn't tell me, so don't get snotty with me.
Tentacle-headed. I came out here and killed Calder, but Rickard was here to do that too, and he shot me by mistake.
You know what? You know what? It's fine. Okay? I'm glad we could solve that guy's frickin' case. Needed us to do all the work. Jeez. Alright. You know what? It kind of sucks that we spent like an entire episode just doing private investigation for a guy who stood over here like picking his boogers and playing with grass and stuff. But anyway, I think next time we're going to go into, finally, hopefully, untaint this taint of a grave. Or grove. It's a grove, isn't it? But anyway, let's see. We're going to cut right here. Next time we will head into the grove. All right, see you guys next time.